Sure, I'm running, but I don't think he wanted them there. They must be.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the hour has arrived. We'll call this meeting to order. Mr. Crippen, I'm gonna ask you to give the invocation, please.
Let us pray. Our God and Father in heaven, thank you for this day. Thank you for allowing us to be here to take care of our city business. Look down on us, give us wisdom, give us guidance. Let us make the best decisions we can for the city. All these things we ask in your Son, Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Amen. Stand and pledge allegiance to the flag of our country. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, gentlemen, you got the agenda before you. Do I hear any additions, modifications to the agenda? I've got one little thing that I want to mention, but rather than enter it as an item on the agenda, I think I'll just enter it in the mayor and commissioner's comments at the end. It's just a brief thing that I want to bring to you, and we'll handle it there. So entertain a motion that we approve the agenda as printed.
Make a motion to approve the agenda as printed.
Mr. Bloodworth made a motion that we approve the agenda. Is there a second? Second by Mr. Ramey. Any further discussion relative to the agenda? Hearing none, I call for the vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the agenda is set. Okay, I know that y'all got all the financial, item number one, y'all got my problem with getting money to finish the sidewalks all handled. Tell me what is it?
I don't have it yet, but I do got somebody that's with, he's Assistant Director of Transportation, DOT, and I'm supposed to be calling him back tomorrow. I don't have anything. I'm just telling you that I'm supposed to call him. I don't know how that's going to go.
You're going to encourage me a little bit.
I'm trying to. I'm trying to encourage us all because that's a lot of money. A lot of money. But I just...
Has anybody got any better deal than Mr. Griffin? I'll take it if y'all got anything any better.
Well, I think that with the governor that you got in now, he seemed very poised to helping schools and children. This actually impact our kids. And when we let him know that the most important thing is those children, because they walking in mud and stuff, and really whoop it up. He got money that he can give us.
I know I've already decided that I'm going to try to hit him. He's got an emergency fund, and I'm going to try to hit him to some of that too, between what Eric's working on and the rest of us. I think.
But I believe he'll help you with this.
For those of you that were not here Monday night, we've got a big sidewalk project going on in the city of Hazlehurst, a real big one. It's going from way out on the middle school all down Collins Street, down to Burkett's Ferry, back to Burkett's Ferry to the elementary school, and then we have a segment from the hospital where the city sidewalk goes out to the hospital. But from there to the projects out there, there's no sidewalk. So we've got that in it, but it was improperly laid out and all. And in the design, it was such that it was going to be right up adjacent to the highway like it is on the city streets. And of course, the state will not allow that. So we've got to move it over, and it becomes a much more complex project. The way it was designed, there's only $8,000 allocated for it, and the cost of the project is around $40,000. So we're $30-something thousand short of getting that sidewalk out there, and I think you've heard them talk about it Monday night. We're all determined that we're going to find the additional money and get that sidewalk out there to get those people where they've got access to wheelchair and crippled and children and whatnot, access to towns. So we're going to find out how to do it hook or crook.
No.
Hook.
Oh, no.
Okay, thank you, Eric. All right, so we're going to, some way we're going to, while the contractor's in here, by the way, that's almost a $200,000 sidewalk project. And this will add to that. But at any rate, we're real proud of that sidewalk, and I've already getting a lot of comments about it. We really appreciate it. It's going to be really good. If you haven't looked at it, right by and look at it. You know, we discussed number 2 Monday night. This is where we can use probationers who are serving their probationary sentence can be assigned to some work detail with the city. And we decided that we'd wait till tonight to if you authorize, me to enter into the agreement with them on this. Any further discussion about this from where we left off Monday night?
Is
All right.
this the same, can I ask,
Yes, sir.
is this the same, that we get, people to help, like at the center to do is this the same program?
This is through Superior Court.
This is different.
Similar, but not the
Okay.
same.
But the,
As long as we
fellow-
can cover our liability, I think this is a great thing to help us.
well, like I told him when he was here visiting a few days ago, I told him to get the thing ready and let's present it to you. I told him we needed all the free labor we can get. And, so they pretty well worked it out, or they wouldn't be, entering into this agreement with us. So if, with y'all's, I need that. Entertain a motion that y'all authorize me to sign the agreement between, what do you call it?
I made the motion to,
Probationary Department,
the community,
Community Service.
yes,
Yeah.
I made the motion for you to.
All right, we got a
I'll second
motion
it.
made and by Mr. Bloodworth and seconded by Mr. Ramey that we enter into a contract and take advantage of this service. Any further discussion about it? Hearing none, I call for the vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, I will so follow your orders. Number 3, there's not a, of course, I don't think we need to. We've got some good people listed here on this ballot of the Georgia Municipal Association District Officers. And I know you probably don't know these people, but most of us know one or all of them. I think I know all of them. The nomination for any additional nominations is passed, so the actually officially it's all over. But we, as a member of the GMA, and it's part of our responsibility to approve this ballot. So I entertain a motion that we cast our ballot for the list of nominees.
Make a motion.
Mr. Griffith has made a motion that Hazelhurst should cast our ballot for the slate of nominees as published. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Johnson. Any further discussion? All in favor of us casting our ballot for the slate of officers listed here for District 9, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion is carried. All right. Now then, I don't know how we, where's our, there it is, over there, our city flag. We need to, according to Mr. Johnson and others as well, the city needs to officially, Roy, step around over there, get that flag and pull it out where people can see it, please. Pull it out the other way. Go up against the wall, or I think that's the right way. Yeah, that's backwards. You go the other way.
Yeah, we gotta go over this way.
Yeah, all right, I thought so. Turn that way, and if you can get it where Rhonda can get it on her film pretty well back there. You know, that's our city emblem and our on our flag. What we want to do, Mr. Attorney, do we need to officially do a proclamation related to the flag, or can we just vote it and legalize that here tonight?
You do a resolution,
Huh?
do a resolution, make a motion and second and approve the flag. So,
Okay, then you roll it for us?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it. Mr. Attorney's got us squared away. We're gonna do a resolution adopting the flag has been displayed. Entertain a motion that we, order the, attorney to, draw up the resolution.
So moved.
Mr. Ramey, I believe, has made the motion that we instruct our attorney to draw up a resolution adopting that as our city flag. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Johnson. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I call for the vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Mr. Attorney, if you get that resolution ready, we'll handle it at the appropriate time. And then also, of course, I think last year at the GMA convention down in Savannah, didn't Carl parade that flag for us, or did you do it?
You did one.
You did it?
Yeah.
Okay, you want to be our bearer of the city flag and the parade of flags?
I will, I'll be happy to.
Okay, you want to designate Mr. Griffin as the bearer of our city flag down at the convention, when in the big convention center, they'll all come out and go down the aisle and parade down front, everybody hollers and cheers when they goes by, so, at any rate, if, I entertain a motion that we designate Mr. Griffin as our flag bearer at the convention.
I'll for motion.
Mr. Johnson made
I'll
the motion.
second it.
And Mr. Ramey has seconded. All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion carries. All right, that's got all that taken care of.
You still gotta take and, do the voting credentials and everything.
Who's gonna be the delegate?
Oh, yeah, we need to designate them, yeah. All right, okay, I thought I was gonna do that before I care whether y'all like it or not.
That's what you're supposed to do.
You know, I'm a kid.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Well, even that thing you're supposed to, exercise and learn, well, I really didn't, I forgot about it.
I move that, our mayor be our delegate.
Second.
Motion's been made by Mr. Raymond, seconded by Mr. Bloodworth, that, I handle those credentials, responsibilities. Any, discussion about it? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
I will so handle it, thank you. All right. Now, I know we all too, like we signed the homework on getting up that money for that sidewalk. Now, I know y'all have come up with the final, name for the splash pad. For those of you that weren't here, we're trying to come up with a name for the splash pad. Now then, I know that some of y'all got one ready, and it won't be even in, it'll be so evident, it won't be a debate.
Well, she said they wanted each one of us to pick one and whatever else, and then they'd go from there with that, but, I mean, so I reckon, did you pick one?
Yeah, I just like to keep it simple, City of Hazelhurst Yellow Jacket splash pad. I mean, it was on.
Write that down, Lori, right, all down, Bloodworth, the number of, suggestion is Hazelhurst Yellow Jacket splash pad. Mr. Griffin?
I picked out Yellow Jacket Chill Zone. So,
Yellow Jacket Chill Zone. Got it. Mr. Johnson?
I picked out Hazelhurst Water World.
Hazelhurst Water World. Gosh, these fellas are better than I thought they were. Heck, I may have to change my mind. Y'all pretty good. All right, Mr. Amy?
I couldn't get away from Hydrahurst.
Hydrohurst. Mr. Amy says Hydrohurst. And I yield to whichever one of those four wins. I like those best right there. One of those suits me just fine. So from that list, our little group will come up and the splash pad will have a name.
What is yours?
his was I like everybody else.
Stone swimming hole.
Oh, you know, we used to have a swimming hole just beyond our farm there, and on Sunday afternoon and all, it'd be all for cars or pickup trucks with folks hanging all over it, and it's called Stamp Dial Swimming Hole. Oh, it's the dial on the property zone. So we could come up with a name like that, but never mind that. We've got the name, we'll be one of those four, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's move on. All right, item 6, we found out that our adjustments each month, we have customers, for those that may be new, we have customers that have breaks in their water line. For instance, one city resident was gone for a week or so on vacation, and while they were gone, a line burst and the water bill was $600 and something. Well, they came back and found it, and we adjust the water a little bit and help them to get it all repaired. So there's always some little something in adjustments we have to make in our water billing. And then the report of the relationship of our usage and volume compared to a year ago, and then the checks that were written, instead of putting that one by one, we finally decided all these gentlemen have copies of all this to look at ahead of time, and we try to simplify and shorten the time and approve all three of these at one time. Ladies, gentlemen, I entertain a motion, we approve 6, A, B, and C.
Make a motion, we accept.
Mr. Griffin made a motion that we approve 6, A, B, and C. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Johnson. Any further discussion about these items? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion is carried. Citizens' comments.
I do.
All right.
I will ask Cody tonight, he's not here. So, and I told somebody I would find out tonight. At the airport, if you don't have a plane, you got a boat, and you want to go out there and purchase fuel.
You
and-
cannot.
Why not?
You cannot.
Because I told him there shouldn't be no problem.
Well, there is a problem. I told you.
What's the problem?
Well, we bootleg fuel out there like that for years and years and
Yeah.
years. It's such high octane, and taking it and putting it in containers and all, it's a tremendous liability on our part. And even though it's happened through the years, some of the McNeil boat people, boy, they like to go out there and get that jet fuel and put in those boats. And but we found out that we were violating the law. It's against the law, even in this
And they
contract.
continue to go back. And continue to go back.
They go somewhere else and get it. We're not going to be liable for it. Sorry.
But people used to get it, and actually, I think something came from Atlanta that let us know that you can't sell, when it ain't going in a plane, they wasn't supposed to be doing that. So that's why Hazelhurst.
It's against
I
the law.
thought that had to do with the
It had-
containers that it went into.
It was containers, and it was tax, it was a tax thing.
It's a lot to do.
That's what it was, but it made it where it was not.
Can't do it, yeah,
It's understandable.
they've worried us to death about it, so yeah, we've already fought that battle, we won't get back involved in that. Okay, any other comments?
Yeah, on behalf of the Jeff Davis Veterans Association, I want to extend an invitation for you all to be at our Memorial Day service, Monday, week the 27th, starting at 10 o'clock. Just to give you a little preview, Jimmy Mercer, a Jeff Davis County veteran, was killed in July 1970 in Vietnam. One of the members of his squad is from Manchester, Tennessee, and I've invited him to come to the service. He's going to be there.
How about that?
So he was there when Jimmy died in July of 1970. I think there's an added part to our program, but y'all be blessed if you come and watch that ceremony.
But some of y'all may have seen it on Facebook. My sister's husband in 1967 was a pilot in Vietnam and was shot down and killed. They come home and notified us, and she went back to Georgia and met the husband that she's had now for 50 years, 50 years. She and my sister and her husband of 50 years went to Vietnam here in the last 30 days. He was a pilot over there as well. He was an airplane pilot in Vietnam. They went over there and found the place where Dean's helicopter was shot down and where he was killed. This is on Facebook if you want to pick it up. It's an unusual story. They got asking questions, and some fellow got on this motor scooter or bike and went scooting off, and he came back in a few minutes. They all listened and had him, my sister and her husband and others verify this is factual. The man came back that was involved in shooting down that helicopter, and they met and talked to him on the very grounds where that was shot down. That would,
That's cool.
that's quite a story. If you look on Facebook, you'll see it somewhere, something out on it. Y'all know how to find that, and I do. But anyway, those personal experiences with themselves, and that was unheard of. Okay, any other comments, citizens? Good to have y'all here tonight. Okay, council, y'all got any remarks? Oh, yeah, we need to handle, let me tell you something else too. I'm goofing up a little bit here. I hate no y'all hit me every now and then. Talk about the same stuff I got. We mentioned, I'm sorry, let's do this. We mentioned Monday night that some of you may or may not know Rory, R-O-R-Y, Cheney. She's a young lady, she and her husband have really got involved downtown, all that construction going on down there. And she's really gotten involved in downtown development stuff. And if you look at this thing, it says that Heart and Soul Downtown Workshop in Monroe, Georgia, on Thursday, May the 23rd. That's just a few days. And she's so involved in developing and promoting it, and we're trying to do everything to keep encouraging them. And so we are paying her way to go to this Heart and Soul Downtown Workshop in Monroe on the 23rd, and your credentials, gentlemen, laying on your desk there. I entertain a motion that we approve this officially.
I make a motion that we approve.
Bloodworth made a motion that we approve this for Roy to go to Monroe. Is there a second?
Second.
Second and third. We got all kind of agreements here. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I call for the vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, it's official now, and she's going up to the representatives, and I'll assure you it'll be money well
I'd
spent.
like to see her on that downtown development authority too.
Yeah, we need to do that. All right, let's see, then the other thing, on the, why y'all remind me of stuff laying over here? We have bought a new city and county, or we've gotten involved in the making of a new city and county map, an up-to-date map of all of our current streets and roads in the county. And in that, we get ads. And we've got to get some new, let's see, this is our ad that's going on the map. And I forget what it's cost us. Is it in there?
I didn't.
Don't see it.
Yeah, there's a little cost involved in this thing as usual, but at any rate, I'll tell you what, let's do. We've already committed you to it, so you're gonna have to approve it anyway, whatever it is, but it's new map, it certainly won't be left out.
No.
I entertain a motion that we participate with the ad in the new city and county map.
Make a motion.
Mr. Griffin made the motion, we participate in this,
Second.
seconded by Mr. Ramey. Any further discussion?
Is this like the thing that the, RDC does for us?
I don't know who's doing it. I think they may be involved, but well, I really don't know, Dwayne. It is updated, and I think RDC or somebody.
Cause RDC was supposed to be updating the map,
But
but
somebody's
Jeff Davis had.
making some money off of it. I don't think it's a lot, but somebody's making some money and selling it, and we're giving somebody. You'll have to check with Bernice on the amount. She told me and I forgot.
I don't remember.
It's a nominal amount.
You had told us one time before that, there was others going in it when you thought we needed to, and then she went ahead and followed up on it
That's
and
right.
everything.
So we gave her the authority to do that. It's been
Yes.
done, and now y'all want y'all to officially approve the little expenditure. I think it's $200 or $300. Entertain a motion.
So I make a motion to approve the map.
I
He
don't,
made it.
And Raymond seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, now it's official. Now then, what else is laying up here that I forgot? There, yeah, there's something else, let's see. Oh, yeah, I wanna do that, yeah, thank you. But, we're supposed to take some pictures, y'all.
Tuesday,
Tuesday.
9:30.
9:30.
So all of you know where and when.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
They said it was supposed to be at your house and you were speaking.
You cooking oysters that day, aren't
Hey, all right, any, other commissioner, comments? Some of you just dying, I'm not ready for you yet. They need 6:30.
Good try, though.
Any other comments? The little thing that I told you I wanted to mention to you about this, this fuel thing, we hashed out Monday night over and over and over again with this, you've got a copy of it on you, everyone has got a copy of it. I don't like this one any better than I did the one we talked about Monday night. He's redone it and put it back in here. But, Mr. Attorney, I'm gonna ask you to, when you get time, there's no rush on it, we're not gonna take any action on it now. What it amounts to is that we are not under any contract at the airport now, relative to fuel, any long-term contract. It's sort of a 30-day thing. And, we've got, in our fuel system, both jet and regular aviation fuel, so you have to use a credit card to get in there. We don't have any cash sales or anything there. If those pilots don't have a credit card, they can't get fuel out there. Another thing, for those of you that may not have been here, we spend between $25,000 and $30,000 a month for fuel and sell it out there. It's a lot bigger business than you think. And, but our credit card machine has been giving us trouble. And Cody came up here in the office a month ago and said, Mayor, we're gonna have to do something. The thing's old. antiquated anyway, we got to do something. So I got, smart aleck, decided I'd get the folks that supply us fuel, since we buy so much fuel from them, I was gonna get them to pay for, it's $15,000 for that thing. So I decided it was a good idea to tell them to put it in. Well, in doing so, they've come up with this outlandish contract. I wish the heck I had never done it. But at any rate, they've got a contract now that they want us to sign for 5 years. They'll put in the machine, just put it in, but they want us to sign a 5-year contract for fuel. And as I read this thing, all the liability is on us, and we're selling our souls to them for them to treat us however they want to for 5 years in order to get a $15,000 machine that we can buy ourselves. If we can pay for sidewalks, we buy a credit card machine too. So I don't like it, but then let me tell you one other thing I found out. And Cody sort of knew this and briefed me on this ahead of time in dealing with this. We don't have a lot of choice about the circumstances of our fuel supplier out there. We've called other fuel suppliers and asked them about quoting. We won't quote unless you give a contract or something. So it's they've got a pretty well closed loop of business, and they got us by the shoestrings or wherever you're going. And so, Mr. Kearney, look at this thing again, and let's, y'all, by the way, council, y'all are all smart people too. Do a little inquiring. If you've got anybody, airport manager, adjoining airport, I think we're gonna be forced eventually to sign some sort of contract. This fellow that I talked to again yesterday and insisted that he make this modification and put it in here, and when I read it, I didn't like it any better than I did the previous one. I think though eventually, we're gonna have to enter into some kind of contract with either them or somebody, but at any rate, I don't know. That's the truth of the matter. So let's find out. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. Mr. Johnson?
So move.
Mr. Johnson moved that we adjourn. Seconded by Mr. Bloodworth. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned. 6:30.
You did good.
The arch goes up in the morning at 9 o'clock, in front of the park.
What time is the veterans program? 10 o'clock?
Memorial Day's 10, Veterans Day is 11, we can't change it.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Lord. Veterans Day's gotta be 11th month, 11th hour, 11th day.
Yeah.
Memorial Day's so hot, we start early.